Put your fucking cat down.
Mickey!
Mickey!
Hello. 1, 2, 3.
So very sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I had to break my. But
He's had as much drinks as Jeffrey.
Are you doing fake Skype interference? Because you're a terrible actor.
no, I couldn't hear you guys.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, we're sorry that you couldn't be down here, but we're glad you're joining us via Skype tonight. Last year we got to present Carnage Park during the festival, which was awesome. It's like a movie we absolutely love. This year we got to do Psychopaths. I gotta ask you, I'm a big Ashley Bell fan, huge Ashley Bell fan. You obviously loved working with her. Tell us about the experience working with Miss Bell.
Well, I mean, she's just the best. She's like one of the greatest actors working with. And so I met her with Carnage Park, and we had a blast doing that. And then, am I even coming through right now?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Cool. And so I had written Psychopaths, or a draft of it, before we shot Carnage Park, and we kind of got along so well that I said, look, like I'm gonna shoot this movie next. This is gonna be the follow-up film, and if you're interested, I just want to write a role for you. And so kind of talked about it, and I took the draft of the script that I had, and I kind of made her character weave throughout it. And so yeah, she's one of those actors who just, you set up a stage and she goes crazy, and that's what I love about it.
So we have Jeremy here. Jeremy's coming up to the screen to say hi.
Oh, there you are, you motherfucker.
I love you. You're so good. Was he not amazing, guys?
He was.
Why hasn't anybody asked him about his denim hat yet?
and it's perfect casting too, because when you look at Jeremy, the first thing you think of is the law.
You know, it's if you want to talk about actors who you can just give the stage to and they take it to the next level, it's Mr. Jeremy Gardner. I swear to God.
That's so sweet, but you have to say that because you made me come here and then you abandoned me. And now, look, I have all these new friends and it's wonderful. Thank you for that. But fuck you, Mickey. Fuck you, Mickey. Okay, ask him some real questions about the movie. I've harangued him enough.
All right, let's give the audience a chance to ask some questions. Who has a question? Yes, sir. What's your question?
All right, one second.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, so I get the vibe that you know at least what's the word I'm looking for?
Word.
All right, you know serial killers to some degree. You named your main character, your main concept. You named them after Henry Lee Lucas and Charlie Starkweather. So I was wondering, were there any other real life psychopath murderers that you actually got put into your characters, like invoked into the three main psychopaths?
That's a great question. So, you know, I think Eileen Wuornos was one of the big references, and so through Larry's dialogue in the opening, you know, I definitely pay homage to her in a way. Obviously, Manson is another big kind of reference point. Bundy to an extent. Kind of in a weird way, just when you watch these kind of like serial killer interviews, so kind of bizarre and insane that being able to kind of set that up as a platform and let the actors take it from there is something that we really try to do. But those were like the big four.
You mentioned Larry Fessenden.
Fessenden. You piece of shit, you should know that.
He plays the original serial killer in the film, but he's also a producer on the film. How did you guys connect with Psychopaths?
Well, I have known Larry for a while. I begged him to intern for Glass Eye Pix when I was in college. And so every single movie I do, I just write a role assuming that Larry Fessenden's going to be it. And until the day he tells me no, I'll just keep writing roles for him.
That's awesome. So what is your favorite thing about working with Jeremy? Like, what's your favorite thing about Jeremy?
Shut
I have to ask.
Jeremy is the kind of actor who. My favorite thing about this particular film, because I hope to make many films with him, is the authenticity and craziness of that character that he brought to the table, as well as the bug in his ear moment. Because I always kind of knew that I wanted the cop to have a tick, but I couldn't think of it. And then, the first day that I started shooting with Jeremy, he's like, "Why don't I have a bug in my ear?" And that literally put a gigantic part in his role, and ultimately untimely death.
Yeah, so that was one of the moments where I knew I was in good hands with the directors. I said, he comes to me, he goes, I think I wanted to have a tick, right? Like maybe you should have a cup of coffee in your hands or like a cigarette. And I go, or a bug crawled into his ear like 2 days ago, and it's burrowing deeper into his head, and it's kind of fucking freaking him out and kind of making his face tick. And he goes, "Yes, do that." I was like, oh, he's gonna let me do whatever the fuck I want. And he just kept. I kept going, "This isn't too big," and he goes, "Bigger."
So who else has a question? Right, this gentleman right over here. What's your name?
Julian.
Julian? All right, hold on.
Quick question. All the psychopaths in the movie, what do you say was the hardest, and like how you make it come to life? Who was the hardest to create, or like how to make it into the way you wanted it to be in a movie?
Well, weirdly, I think I was really lucky. I kind of wrote the roles, and weirdly, every single actor who was in this movie, I think the hardest part of it was actually convincing actors that this was a good idea to do, basically. You have this movie called Psychopaths, immediately, it's very violent, and it's, the first hurdle is trying to convince them that it's going to be something more than what just the title is. But once we kind of hit the ground running, really, I was just very lucky to watch, and the only other difficult part was figuring out where to edit, because I think the first edit of the film ran almost 100 minutes. It's now 82 minutes, and so it was really kind of nuts between them all.
All right. And you had a question. Come on up. One second. There you go.
So I kind of felt that the girls were better, serial killers or psychopaths than the guys. I want to know why you chose it that way.
He knows women.
I don't really know. It just became that way, I guess.
Well, one thing I have to bring up is the film's soundtrack, the film score. It is absolutely amazing. I've watched Psychopaths twice. The first time I screened it on a little screen. I got to watch it in the theater tonight, and the soundtrack just really grabs a hold of you in this film. What was your process on putting the soundtrack together for the film?
I just begged and begged and begged the financiers to pay for the songs because I think what we really wanted to do with this film was create kind of almost like a 90s indie where it's like a really cool soundtrack beat that you never heard. And so we started cutting to this music, and eventually it just kind of grew and grew and grew, and so yeah, we wanted different sounds for all the different characters, hopefully kind of weaved it to a consistent kind of out. And I had amazing supervisors, Tim and Mandy, and we just found a way to clear it. Your hopes and dreams and hope you don't replace too many songs, but this was the first time we were actually very happy we didn't have to compromise, really.
Can we just do a quick shout out to Skype, who always reminds us that we are in 1998 and we're almost fucking there. Almost fucking there, people.
I got another question for you.
Oh, you have another question?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does Skype lag make you want to kill a man?
What?
13.
Okay, I have have a quick question. I'm kind of tired of not being grouped with the psychopaths. Do you consider Cop one of the psychopaths or not?
Yes.
You're a psychopath in here.
You don't, do you? I don't know if this is a lag or a pause.
What is the thing?
What's that? What does the group think? Is Cop one of the psychopaths?
Oh, yes. And he's awesome.
He does.
But we gotta bring Graham up here for a moment. Mr. Skipper.
Graham scream.
Hey, Mickey. Much like last year's Devil Dolls, you know, you're here for one, you're in the film for one scene, but you get such a memorable death, and I think that's awesome. You really give Mr. Skipper, you know, for the last film, he was the director. For this one, he's acting, so that's kind of like a Skipper flipper right there.
Quit trying to patent Skipper Flipper.
Hashtag Skipper Flipper, everybody.
Hashtag Skipper flipper.
Yeah, thanks for killing me well, Mickey. I always like dying by your hands.
I love you. Every time there's going to be a gruesome Graham Skipper death.
Everybody here was asking, though, before you came on, what's the deal with the prequel for the strip club owner? Like, when's that going to come out?
We start shooting spring 2018. It's going to be a 3-hour epic.
Fantastic.
And
You heard it here
there's
first,
going to
folks.
be quite a few twists and turns.
Great. I actually think it should be a Netflix series.
Yeah.
Lots of
That's
screaming.
next. That's going to be the spin-off.
Who else has a question? Yes, sir.